Okay. Stream up, Megan.
Yes, sorry, I was muted.
Okay. All right. Wow. Okay, that was just weird. Something just brushed past me, and it's Marky.
It's the new level of full immersion into horror gaming.
Yeah, it's just wow. Is that a really big rat? No, it's just just a really fat cat. Hello and welcome to the Redacted Files podcast. We are playing We are playing Delta Green. Around the table we have Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris. I will be playing U.S. Federal Marshal Arthur Jameson. Agent Fisher is his codename.
Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom, and I'll be playing Army Intelligence Officer, rank Captain, name Tatum Payton.
And Bernie.
Hi, this is Bernie. I'll be playing Special Agent from the FBI, Mitch Buchanan.
Whoops. Stop. Damn it. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm trying to load the Twitch stream up, and yeah. Okay.
All right.
That's embarrassing.
Just for the sake of the podcast, and Bernie.
Sorry.
Hi, this is Bernie. I'm playing FBI Special Agent Mitch Buchanan.
All right. So, Jameson, Payton, and Buchanan. It sounds like a law firm.
Just how it is sometimes.
Cthulhu Law.
All right. So, you are all assigned to the southwestern United States. Actually, we can drill down a little farther. All of you can be operating in the Sacramento metro area as the Federal Bureau of Investigation, of course, and the U.S. Marshal Service will have a substantial presence in the city of Sacramento because it is home to the Eastern District of California, which contains a whole lot of people who are doing things that are illegal under federal law and need investigating and or prosecuting and or pursuit after successful evasion of prosecution, et cetera, et cetera. Also in the vicinity is Beale Air Force Base, which is home to the Global Hawk program, where an Army intelligence officer would fit right in, looking at video feeds, going, I'd bomb that.
Jeez.
Yeah, that looks legit.
You captured the character so well, Acer.
Well, it's an interesting breed, Army intelligence officers. But the beginning of the investigation finds you all at the federal building. I believe it is the Robert Matsui Federal Building in downtown Sacramento, which is a courthouse and home to offices for the U.S. Attorney's Office and the FBI and, any number of other organizations that you probably don't want checking in on you. You are all sitting in a conference room on one of the higher floors. There is some evidence of at least one brush fire in the distance as you look out the windows on a very hot Friday afternoon. What kind of experience have you had with the program, Agent Jameson?
Agent Jameson would be fairly new. This would probably be his first official opera. He's probably had some experience with cults, so to say, but none that are actually directly unnaturally oriented. But because of his experience with having to deal with taking down organized groups, they probably slotted him in.
Okay. And what about Agent Buchanan?
So Buchanan's been with the program with Delta Green for 5 years, but the FBI overall 10 years. He mostly has experience with cults, and that's how he got into the program. While undercover, he prevented a criminal organization from finishing a ceremony to summon one of the old ones. It involves sacrificing children. So against orders, he saved the children, but he also took out most of the criminal organization. So before the FBI could convict him, he was recruited into the program. And now he's on special assignment.
All right. Special assignment that finds you hidden away someplace out of the way on the other coast. Most of your colleagues probably think you were cashiered out of the bureau, but you know, it's a living. So, what about Captain Peyton?
It looks like I also have some background in dealing with cults, and I think I I think maybe I've encountered the unknown, but I didn't know anything about it, and maybe I still don't. So.
Okay, well, pretending like you still don't is definitely the best way to maintain your calm.
Exactly.
And is probably your best long-term survival strategy. So you have all been brought here. This is the age of the program. So you are all on temporary duty as of this morning. You got the summons through the usual means that inform you that you are going to be working on a special project and that you have been cleared for travel. This is really funny to you because this literally in this situation means taking the elevator like 2 floors for 2 of you. And for the captain driving down 1 county over.
Yeah.
Do any of you have dependents at home, or are you all single and expendable?
I apparently have your cat. This character sheet says cat, Marky.
All right, so you can tell who wrote that character sheet. It wasn't me.
Jameson does have a wife at home.
Okay.
Buchanan has a wife and 2 daughters, which are on the other coast that he doesn't see very often.
Wow. That's tough. Is it because of separation, or is it because you think they're safer elsewhere?
It's a little bit they're safer elsewhere, but because when the cult he encountered, he basically took out, it made all of their friends angry. So one of the reasons he was allowed to go to Delta Green was that they could keep him, quote, like under witness protection under a new identity. So it's mostly for their protection.
All right. So, your wife doesn't hear from you very often. So it's probably going to end up being a little of column A, a little of column B pretty soon, it sounds like.
Sounds like.
In this conference room, you have just no indication as to what what organization is supposed to use this office. It's just completely bare. The door opens after you've been made to wait a not quite uncomfortable amount of time. A woman in her probably early 30s, tan, blonde hair, fairly athletic build, wearing the sort of nondescript business attire of a career federal law enforcement officer, walks in, sets down her briefcase, and says, "Good afternoon, gentlemen. My name is Agent Walters, and I will be your case officer for this operation. You will be tasked with following up on a potential unnatural vector in a Northern California town that has been flagged by electronic intelligence. She will take out a folder and pass around copies of message board posts. And it's the sort of thing that you have seen time and again in your work with Delta Green. It's conspiracy theory stuff, proof of alien intelligences, or ghosts from beyond, that sort of thing. These are some messages that accompanied uploads of audio recordings of FM radio transmissions received in or around the city of Buchanan, California. The transmissions themselves are of what is presumed to be an artificial nature and are indicative of a highly compressed burst transmission. These messages have been interdicted and copies of the file have thus far been kept off the net. The frequency of these posts or attempted dissemination has been increasing in the last week. And there are elements within the transmissions which have elevated the priority of the investigation. And warrant your investigation.
Okay.
Suffice it to say that we will not be sharing the exact nature of those developments, as we do not want to color your conclusions. I will state that it is not believed that they present any material consideration to operational security or your personal safety.
Agent Buchanan's making a weird face right now, and he's looking at Captain Peyton and Agent Jameson with the same weird face, like, what?
I'm guessing you all have Humint at 50 or above.
Mhm.
I have it at 80.
70 here.
Mine's 60.
Okay. So you can tell that Agent Walters, in game terms, is adapted to helplessness and violence. And is someone who once did field work, but probably can't anymore.
Mm-hmm.
What she can do is tell you that with a straight face, even if it were absolutely, utterly untrue.
Gotcha.
Agent Buchanan lets out a really loud, exaggerated sigh, and I say, so Agent Walters, let me get this straight. There's a recording, there's a transmission, but you're not going to tell us anything about its contents. Is that about right?
That's correct.
Okay. That stinks, but okay.
The docs that got passed around, were they just like maps of the area, or?
Yeah, so there are a couple of people that posted maps of where they live approximately. So most of them are actually residents of the town of Buchanan. Some of them live in the surrounding hills.
Okay.
And there are descriptions of what they were, listening to at the time. And they describe either the first few seem to describe, like sweeping through the channels and then just hearing this weird sound on a frequency that wasn't broadcast, that wasn't supposed to be occupied.
Mm-hmm.
Others, though, more recently have reported hearing it overpowering the signals of radio stations broadcasting from like Sacramento or Reno.
Okay. That's not great. Does the paperwork back up what Agent Walters is saying? Anything we can gather from that?
Nothing in particular. It basically just sums up what she has told you.
It's the visual aids for the presentation that she had to bring along.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a reason for a federal investigation to be in Buchanan. She will pass around another series of documents after first pointedly collecting the first set. There is a federally monitored Superfund site outside of Buchanan, the Sloan Hill mine, a project that is currently being managed by the Holstein Mining and Engineering Corporation.
Okay.
Oh, Tom, I assure you that is entirely coincidental.
It's just going to get confusing when it's when it's time to shoot Buchanan. I mean, the other Buchanan. I mean,
yeah, when you know it's time to nuke Buchanan.
Yep.
I can see it might be a little confusing.
I'm seeing a friendly fire incident in my future.
Possibly. Who knows?
Why do people keep accusing me of this? Is it the Dungeon Call Classic shirt I'm wearing?
No, it's the accidents happen smile you keep giving everyone.
You're all in good hands.
Because if anything says we care about you these days, it is definitely the United States Army. So the Sloan Hill mine is the site of a great many innovations in resource extraction from about 150 years ago. It is currently home to an experimental reclamation project, which is apparently, according to the company, the target of unfriendly locals or eco-terrorists or some such that have caused vandalism and some level of sabotage. There have been fires set on the site, and some equipment has malfunctioned in ways they cannot explain.
Have they been able to apprehend any possible suspects?
No, they haven't. They claim this is evidence of the sophistication of the people they are dealing with.
Any increase? So we know this is messing with machinery. Any increased medical issues in the area, particularly ones that are way out of whack with the national average?
Not that preliminary investigation has discovered.
I'll make a note.
The site itself is highly toxic, and I believe exhibits increased levels of radioactivity, which are the result of the mining technologies employed. They have been clamoring for federal resources, something that has been fully endorsed by local law enforcement. So you will have an excuse to be there.
Cool.
So what you're saying is you believe the transmissions and the vandalism at the site are related?
No. This is simply providing us an opportunity to insert ourselves into the situation without undue fuss.
But the priority is these strange transmissions.
Yes. I would say when you get into town, call their head of security tomorrow and arrange a tour. Make them feel like they are being listened to. But focus your attention on figuring out what is going on with these transmissions.
Has the F since these transmissions were interfering with local radio stations in the area, they would have likely let the FCC know. Has the FCC given us anything useful?
No.
Are we going in as FCC? What's our cover on this?
You'll be going in as FBI.
Okay.
As far as the interference, it is highly localized.
Okay.
It is still within the purview of the FCC, of course, but the FCC has a lot on their plate right now.
No, I don't take it that since it is localized in one area, we could figure out via the increasing amount of radio transmissions, sort of triangulating which specific radio tower is giving off this frequency disruption.
That is certainly a avenue you can pursue.
Okay.
So we have preliminary covers you've already established, or do we need to get on that right now?
You have covers.
Cool. What kind of gear can we bring in?
Anything that would be expected from the FBI.
What are our guidelines once we find the source of these transmissions? Are we to stop them, or do we have to consult with you first, or do we have broad discretion?
You have general discretion proportionate to the level of threat. As always, the primary concern is to ascertain whether there is an unnatural vector, to eliminate that vector, mitigate exposure to that vector, and protect lives and infrastructure in that order.
Sounds good.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're not asking for anything special,
Well, I mean, we need like some kind of receiver, right?
Yeah, your base loadout is going to be, the a forensics kit, a FBI credentials, and Glocks for each of you.
Cool.
And are you going to request radio direction finding gear?
Yeah. I don't know how good I am at using it, but it occurs to me we might.
Yeah, actually, who's got the best? That's
SIGINT.
That's SIGINT.
Okay. Oh, never mind. I am great at that. So
yeah, I suck at SIGINT. I have like 0 in SIGINT.
I've got a 60.
All right.
So yes, I am requesting that.
Who's good at computers?
I have a computer science of 50.
Higher than mine.
It's all you, Buchanan.
All right. So.
Agent Walters, one other question. Since we're going in as an FBI team, we're allowed to use resources from Quantico if necessary, or call in favors from the local office?
Yes, the local office is downstairs. So
Yes,
if you want to request something, you want to request it right now. Who has high bureaucracy?
I have it at 60.
Mine's 40.
Base over here.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So you're good at radios, but like the kind with the knobs. Oh, it's got a keypad. Sorry, I can't help you.
Yeah, somehow I made captain in the army and never did anything with bureaucracy.
If you can see lightning and hear thunder, you make first lieutenant. So
Wow.
all right. Agent Jameson, why don't you give me a bureaucracy roll to see if you can check out 3 sets of radio detection gear?
Sure thing. No, I failed. Fantastic.
That is something that you will have to get in the field.
So am I the highest with computer science?
Yes.
My 50?
Sounds like it.
Okay, so before we go into the field, I'm gonna request from the field office a special laptop with penetration hacker tools on it.
All right. Do you want to just ask for it, or do you want Jameson to make a bureaucracy roll for it?
What's your bureaucracy, Jameson?
60.
Dude, roll for it.
All right.
Actually, wait a minute, Acer.
Yeah.
I have a where is it at? I have come it, stupid mouse. I have a persuade of shoot. Come on. Oh, come on, stupid mouse. I have a persuade of 70.
Unfortunately, the people at the FBI quartermaster's office have have been hardened to your persuade rolls.
They've been throwing out the donuts I leave every day. All right, Jameson, you need to roll for it, dude.
I did roll for it already while you were talking, and it was a pass.
Oh, my God.
No, they eat the donuts. They're just like, I don't know what he thinks he's getting out of this.
Yeah. Free donuts.
Yeah.
Sweet. No, you wanted something for those donuts. Here.
Let me see the form.
Yeah. Oh, wait, he's got the form. All right. Here you go. We better not see this on WikiLeaks. All right. Any other requisitions?
I will ask for an AR.
All right. Give me another bureaucracy roll, just for fun.
That is a pass.
You get your AR.
Wonderful. Because you never know what could happen.
You want an AR or an M4?
An AR, because an M4 would be way harder to get.
Well, it's in there. It's in there.
I mean, if I can get an M4, I'll get an M4.
Yeah, I'll give you an M4.
All right.
I was gonna say Buchanan just maybe went down to the evidence locker and said, "Here, this isn't doing anything. What's this dumb tag for?"
And by M4, you mean a fully automatic one, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that the FBI SWAT team has access to M4s.
Let's hope.
Now remember, when the handler just starts handing out better guns than you asked for.
It's I'm already worried.
Yeah, because if you ask for an AR-15, it's going to come out of the evidence locker.
Well, I do need that radio equipment. We couldn't get it from them. I'm wondering if there's another place we can get it.
Sorry, Radio Shack went out of business.
Well, that means we have to go to Best Buy.
Yeah, roll sanity for the markup.
I have no idea how I would even buy things on this. I keep confusing this game and Call of Cthulhu. So.
Wait, so I'm confused. We did not get the radio equipment?
We did not get the radio equipment, but we did get your computer.
And a machine gun.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
well, automatic rifle. Same thing.
So this is out of character, but so if these transmissions are on FM radio, it's likely that a amateur radio operator in the area has probably heard it. We would just have to find one of those guys and talk to him.
Yeah, we just have to bully someone.
Well,
and get the radio.
The good news is those guys love to talk, and so they might even give the equipment to us for free. So,
I'm going to acquire that equipment one way or the other. I just,
Well, I think with my persuade of 70, I think we have a pretty good chance of getting it from somebody local if we go to a local coffee shop and find someone who won't shut up.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, my normal persuade is 60, so we'll let you do the talking, and then if that fails, we'll go with my special persuade of 80.
Nice.
My firearm skill.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's always helpful.
All right, let's do this.
All right. So, do you want the... let's see. Do you want a Ford Taurus or a Chevy Suburban?
Suburban
all the way.
Yeah, I drive a Ford Taurus in real life, so.
It's you'll have to refuel like twice before you get there, but that just means you get more chances to stretch your legs. The trip is going to take about 4 hours.
By the way, Buchanan is like east of Stockton, right?
What's that?
Buchanan, California is east of Stockton.
This is a fictional Buchanan.
Oh, fictional Buchanan. Okay, never mind.
This is going to be north of Reading.
Got it.
Oh, up to a Trinity.
Yeah. So, you drive and you drive and you drive. Farm, 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 farm. Farm, 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 mountain.
Well, see, up until that mountain, it sounded like Ohio, so.
A little bit different.
Just a little.
Yeah.
You just like, it's like driving on a pancake and then all of a sudden you're going straight up. Yeah, and sometimes the wind just blows straight at you, so you watch your estimated like fuel economy cut in half in an instant. So along the way, each of you who isn't driving can do two things as you are numbed by the scenery and disheartened by the cell phone signal. You can research the town of Buchanan. The company you're supposed to be helping practice being an FBI agent or help the driver practice being an FBI agent. So each of you gets to do two of those things.
So who's driving?
Actually, yeah, except for the driver.
I'll drive. I'll let you guys be smart.
All right. So if you don't practice to be an FBI agent, or that particular FBI agent whose name is on your credentials,
Yeah.
You will have to make persuade rolls every time you talk to local law.
Oh crap! Wait a minute. We all have alias names, right? We can't. These are actual names.
Yes.
Like I
You
can't
better
use
use-
Mitch Buchanan's name.
No, don't do that.
That would be bad.
That's exactly why practice being FBI agent is one of the options.
Oh wow.
Otherwise, you get that scene from The Simpsons.
Oh man.
Well, hey, I'll practice being an FBI agent, and then I will help the driver practice being an FBI
Thank
agent.
you.
My two things.
Okay, so Captain Peyton, give me intelligence times 5.
Cool.
Roll below that, if you would, please. Or don't.
Well, I failed. That is an 84 over 75.
Hello, Mr. Thompson. I think he's talking to you.
Huh?
All right. Now, let's see if in your monotone recitation of his life history, Agent Jameson is able to do any better. Agent Jameson, give me intelligence times 5, if you would, please.
All right. Let's see how this one goes. That's a success. It's 3.
All right. So you managed to start, adding little quirks to your speech, things that you know from previous experience would help you sort of method act being someone else. Now, what about Agent Buchanan? What are you going to do?
Guess. Okay, I'm already an FBI agent, so probably don't need to practice that.
But
But
you're a
you're-
different FBI agent.
Yeah,
So I have to practice being somebody else, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Intelligence times 5.
Yep.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
This is gonna go bad.
No, it wasn't a botch. Intelligence times 5 is 60, but I got a 69.
Awesome. You know what? This just means we're going to have only good rolls once we get there.
Yeah, sure. Keep thinking that.
It's okay.
Instead, you're going to run into the Jefferson militia.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I don't know if you know what that is, Tom. But
Just playing along.
some of the northern counties in California and the southern counties of Oregon have this fantasy of seceding from their respective states. And now and again, they put it on their ballots, even though everyone's like, you can't, you can't actually do this, right?
Awesome.
So you arrive in the town of Buchanan. Two of you constantly confusing facts of your own lives with the facts of your legends' lives.
God.
And the thing that immediately comes to mind is, you've got to be kidding, right? Buchanan is a nice sort of out-of-the-way town. But the thing that jumps out at you immediately is everybody's nice. You see people smiling at each other. The thing that really lights off alarm bells in Agent Buchanan's head is that you see two people try to get the same parking spot, and then they stop, but instead of yelling at each other, they both seem to be politely insisting the other person take it.
My God, we've gone to Canada.
We've gone too far north.
But it seems like a ridiculously idyllic small town. there's a very small sort of downtown. The town hall and the city fire station are at one end across from a reasonably sized hotel. Then there's a shopping center and some restaurants. It's like a patch of commerce and civilization in the middle of the wilderness here in the foothills.
What time is it when we arrive?
It's about 5 p.m.
I say we get some dinner, guys.
Yeah, let's get the lay of the land, because I mean the place our cover is to investigate is probably closed for the day, right, Acer?
Yeah, that's a safe bet.
Okay, let's get some dinner. Maybe get to know the locals a bit.
Yeah, hit a bar or two.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Wait, do we want to go to the bar first and then dinner, or dinner and then the bar?
I mean, bars serve food. You don't have to separate those two activities.
Oh, that's true.
For sure.
Let's go to the bar.
Yeah.
All right. So, would you like to go to the sort of low-key local bar, or the place where it seems like fights are a feature?
You mean they're showing UFC, or they have a live action fight?
Why can't it be both?
Sure. Actually, you know what? So what do you guys think? Probably the bar where there's some fighting is probably where we're going to find some of the locals that work at the mine. Or if we go to the nice folksy bar, that might be where we find the guys that could get us the radio equipment. What do you guys think?
Oh, well, I will step in and say the folks that work at the mine are probably at the like kitschy local bar, because they're all engineers and bureaucrats.
Oh.
Oh, so they're at the Cheers bar.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Wow, it's even called gentrification.
Yeah, the owner was a millennial and he thought it was, thought it was on point.
It's ironic.
Yeah.
Funny, haha.
Yeah, I don't want to get. I mean, the way we've been rolling, I don't want to get beaten up before we even start the investigation. Let's go to the safer bar for now.
All right. Gentrification it is.
Awesome.
All right. So the bar is located in the sort of outskirts. Seems like an overly specific term. It's just at the edge of town, the town being very small. But there are a fair number of people here. It's Friday night, so they're all sort of celebrating the end of the work week. You do see there are a couple of people who look like they are office workers and sort of more white collar types, and then you see at least two two guys that are wearing, like windbreakers that have like the police department logo on them. And the service is very polite, but distant, as you all are not from here. What is your approach to sort of gathering human intelligence?
Well, if our cover is FBI, even if we're not wearing the FBI windbreakers, we're probably all in suits, right?
Yeah, I would assume you're all in suits.
Yeah. I like the kind of bored businessman approach. Like, hey, what's there fun to do in town and stuff, and maybe being a little chatty.
All right.
And just kind of, always asking follow-up questions.
Okay. Do you want to talk up the staff, the cops, or the other customers?
Staff at first, I think.
Okay. Give me a persuade roll.
Cool. Seriously? Oh, these dice are banished. That was a 98 over 60.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm playing the part of annoying guy who won't leave the staff alone.
All right. Your waitress Kelly slaps you.
Awesome.
And switches sections with the other server on duty. All right. So that's cool. Strike one. The two cops are now giving you dirty looks.
Yeah.
Well, while he's doing that and getting slapped by the servers, I would like to pull the Fed approach and approach the cops because they were looking forward to some sort of federal assistance with everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
So
that sounds like a good approach. Would you like to give me either a persuasion or bureaucracy, whichever?
I would like to give a persuade because that is a lot higher.
Okay.
That is 75 over 70.
Oh my god. This is not good. I'm scared now.
All right. You guys are going to be killed by the townspeople. As the
CC tonight.
The two cops you approach, you don't take a hint as the older of the two is telling his protege about how back in his day when people came into town and started hassling folks about the way they did things, they would go and they would take them out into the woods and leave them there to get right with nature however they wanted, just so long as they did it without anything to connect them with civilization, like a phone.
Oh my god.
So that's strike two.
And then you're like, hi, I'm with the FBI and we're here to help.
So now they're angry because we didn't tell their boss, right? It's the usual shtick where the local law enforcement's upset that we're in their backyard now.
pretty much. They're like, oh, now the FBI is here. Hey, everybody. The big guy is going to stand up and say, I want you all to know, you can
great.
all rest assured, the Federal Bureau of fucking Investigation is here. And he starts to slow clap.
That's not what it stands for.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my god. Okay, you guys, you want me to try?
Yeah.
Might as well.
Okay. It can only get worse. Let's see. My persuade is 70. So
Botch this and the Jefferson militia will come through the door.
oh my god. I bet the whole bar will turn into the Jefferson militia. Here goes. Oh my god.
Oh, Lordy.
84. Oh, we're in jail.
It's not quite that bad, but what were you going to do?
Well, I was walking up to them with my hands up in the air, trying to say, "Look, please calm down. We're not here to step on your feet. We're just here to help." And I was walking up to the two cops who were leaning up against the long bar.
All right. Well, you're coming up to them, and one of them turns around, and you've got your hands out, so you make physical contact with him. What the hell do you think you're doing? You want a piece of me?
No, we would just like to talk, if that's okay with you. Sorry that we're such assholes, really, honestly.
I guess you can't help it, but you can help me by getting the fuck out of here.
I leave a really large tip on our table, and I look at the other two guys and go, "Let's go now."
I kind of do the chest thing as we leave.
As we're standing in the parking lot, I go, "Well, that went well."
I've had worse.
Yeah, I had a lot worse.
Want to try the other bar?
Sure.
Might
What the
as
hell?
well.
Why not?
We were just about to get the shit kicked out of us, so
Yeah.
let's see what else
By
we have.
well,
By the
time
nice
to try.
people.
Time to try the other side of the law. All right, you count 6 Harleys out front.
I check for my ankle backup before going into the bar.
Still there.
Good.
So are you one of these people that carries like a newfangled like Ruger LC9, or do you have like the tried and true like 38 revolver?
For the backup?
Yeah.
No, it'll be a 38 revolver backup.
Okay.
I'm nervous that you asked me about that, but okay.
I'm just wondering.
Okay.
Like, what kind of guy is Agent Buchanan?
Well, he was under deep cover for many years, so he's probably a little damaged, but also probably highly paranoid.
I heard a story of a guy who was doing, who was an undercover, and he was doing a drug buy, and the other party to the transaction asked to see his gun, and he brought a police issue revolver.
Wow.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy mistake.
Stressful job.
The wrong, you equipped the wrong thing from your inventory that morning.
Sure.
You said talked his way out of it, though.
That's impressive. So the biker, you said 6 Harleys up front?
Yep.
Can I use my criminology or human intelligence to figure out like if these belong to a particular biker gang?
Yeah, sure.
I'll use criminology. Or is human int better for this?
It's criminology.
Criminology? Okay, my criminology is 50. Let's see how I do. God, 58. Hey, they're motorcycles.
It's a motorcycle club. You think they're a bunch of dentists?
Oh, yes, the dentist motorcycle gang.
The most vicious on this side of the county.
Oh my god. What kind of music do we hear as we walk up to the bar, Acer?
It is Southern rock.
Oh, this is gonna go well. Is there anything in the parking lot that indicates that perhaps the patrons are from the militia?
A lot of Gadsden flags.
Oh, this is not good.
I gotta admit, this scenario, I've run this like 4 times, I think now, and it's never gone like this.
Oh god. Okay.
Give me alertness rolls.
All right.
That's good.
Where's alertness?
Oh my god.
Pass on mine.
I failed. My alertness is 70. I got a 73.
Yeah, my alertness is also 70. I got a 79.
Well, I passed.
Well, at least it's not a 77. So you see a lot of drinking, of course, that's to be expected. But, you know, it is of the we are trying to get drunk as quickly as possible variety.
Ah, I see.
And very strangely, you do see that there are 6 people who appear to be a little overdressed for this place and are they look like they walked in and then were like, oh wait, we should not be here, and turned around and were on their way out as you were coming in. But it looks like they are being hassled by some locals. You would assume that they are probably something like a missionary or like a youth group kind of thing.
Okay.
And it looks like they are about to be in a lot of trouble.
Civic duty or cover?
Cover.
Well, I guess I'll just kind of squeeze by and try to ignore the fight that might commence.
Is there anyone following them?
Oh yeah, it's like they are being boxed in as they leave. You know, as they head out to the parking lot.
Oh my god. So wait, we're coming in, they're coming out, and they're getting followed by a really drunk bunch of folks that would just want to beat on them.
Yes.
I stopped one of the kids and they go, "What's going on?"
Oh, I think we went into the wrong place. We were looking for a restaurant, and well, you know, we should have trusted our we shouldn't be here. You see, he is wearing a shirt with a logo on the chest that's like a globe with like a sunburst cross, and it says clean hands, clean souls.
Is that a known cult?
Do you have a cult?
I have 20 in a cult, so.
All right, so let's see if you can figure out who these people are.
It's 90, so no.
Man, I love rolls.
I have an occult of 10. Can I try anyway?
Sure, why not?
Why not? Sure. Hey, this one might work. Ah, 14.
The dice are just taunting you people today.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm never gonna make it.
All right. Is Jameson just going to let this slide?
I'm not going to even touch it. This I'm not going to touch it with the 10-foot pole.
All right.
This is a bad idea.
Okay.
You make a note of it for later, and like that doesn't look like anything I've seen before.
Okay. They try to leave.
I just stand back and I watch what's happening.
Okay, you are going to be witness to this.
Oh, wait a minute. So how many people are following them?
Probably about a dozen.
Okay, I have can I well okay. So I have a 60 in unarmed combat. There's how many are following them? You said like a dozen?
Yeah.
Do we go all fed on these guys? This could go badly if we tell everyone that we're feds.
Yeah, I suggest not unless you want to get our asses handed to us.
I mean,
we shouldn't.
Well, this is the sort of situation where you flash your badge, the problem goes away, but you flashed your badge.
Yeah, and then no one's going to talk to us.
Yeah, then no one will talk to us at this bar.
Yeah.
And no one talked to us at the last bar either.
well, actually, people said very mean things to us the last bar, so you know.
Okay, fair enough. Yes. It is a toss-up. So.
But I mean, is that better or worse than just letting this happen?
On the other hand, you could just flash your badge and then go pursue, like more normal lines of communication.
Okay, this is probably a bad idea, and based upon how things have been going so far, what I propose is I have a persuade of 70, and I want to flash my badge to see if I can stop the crowd from hurting these kids.
If you want to.
Okay. All right. Roll persuade.
Oh my god, here it goes. 60.
All right. Are you going to be polite about it, or are you going to be confrontational? How are you going to do it?
Kind of middle of the road. I'm going to flash my badge really quickly, and then I go, really? Do you guys really want to do this tonight? Are these guys really worth it? They're already leaving the bar. And I flip my badge back and put it back in my jacket.
All right. Do you take care not to show your gun?
I'm not showing my gun.
Okay. They look at the kids, they look at you. And I say kid, they're in like their early 20s.
Right, yeah.
They grumble, but they're going to go back inside.
So I turn to the kid. How many of these kids are there?
There are 6.
6. So I turn around and I go, well, you're welcome. So what's your guys' story? What's with the shirts?
Well, we're part of a youth mission. We're working on an environmental project. We're supposed to be helping with cleaning up part of the town. But it seems pretty nice here, except I guess we went through the wrong door.
So you guys are doing something like kind of in opposition to the local mining company?
Well, we were just doing community service. Did you say your human was 60?
My human int is, hang on.
Mine is 70.
Mine's 80.
Mine's 60.
Okay. Yeah, bullshit.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I squeeze it really tightly.
Yes.
And I go, "You want to try that story again, seeing that we just saved your ass?"
Well, we've heard that they're using some kind of new. They want to test something here that is they say will make the environment cleaner, but it's just going to make things worse. It's going to make it's going to make people think that they can mine like this again, and we wanted to see what we could find about what they're doing.
Oh, so now this begins to explain everything a little bit better. And I'm looking at the kid like knowingly. So what exactly have you been doing here then?
Well, we just got here today.
Really? So you guys are going to be here for the week?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Are you really with the FBI?
Yes, I'm really with the FBI. And I flip up my badge and I flip it closed again before you can see it. I do pull out one of my cards with my cover name and a fake cell phone number, and it says, "Here's my number. You call me if you have anything more to tell me." What hotel are you guys staying at?
Well, there's like one in town, so that one.
That one. And your name is what, kid?
Steven.
Hi, Steven. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
So since we've been talking to them for a couple minutes, like anything revealing about their clothing or anything, like muddy shoes or?
No, they are very clean cut.
Okay.
And you begin to doubt whether like they went they were completely oblivious to the nature of this establishment when they went in, but they have like zero understanding of tradecraft or anything remotely appropriate to the sort of investigation they are doing.
Oh, Steven, does your organization have a website?
Oh, yes. He'll give you a card.
Great. Thanks.
Exchanging business cards with the enemy.
Yeah, but mine's a fake business card, so it's okay.
Wow.
Oh, is it a fake number or a burner number?
It's a burner number.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Okay, what I specifically mean is it's a number for a burner that we're using on this mission, and we're going to destroy that phone at the end of this mission.
Okay, because I just wanted to make sure that, flash forward like 48 hours, he's like huddled in a closet and he's calling. He has one like bar left on his cell phone battery and he's calling the phone number. Is he going to just get like,
This number is out of service.
Yeah.
Well, we are in extreme Northern California, so there you go.
Yeah.
So, all right, Steven. Well, I think you guys are done here for tonight.
Yeah, right. Sure, no problem. I'm really sorry.
All right.
I'd like to note the tags into whatever car or cars they get into when they leave.
Good idea.
Oh, they are rather disconsolately walking home.
Oh.
They're eco people. They don't want to pollute the environment.
Yeah, they're in Birkenstocks, right?
No, it's not quite. They're not quite
sneakers.
that.
No, they're sneakers. Okay.
Yeah.
Hiking boots and stuff. Okay. So, I diffuse the fight, but I'm pretty sure if we go in, no one will still talk to us.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, how many bars are in this town?
Two.
There are two that you saw.
We might just have to wait till tomorrow and
Might have to
Okay.
sleep.
Yeah, I think we should sleep on it and then perhaps go back to the other place for breakfast in the morning and just apologize a lot. Or maybe we head off straight to the mine.
Yeah,
You're,
see, that's my angle is let's get to the point where we can go to the mine.
Yeah. I think
Uh, so your lives are going to get a little more complicated as you see a patrol car turn into the parking lot. And I'm getting to bio break real quick. So
okay.
let's hit pause on this, and I'll be right back.
Cool.
Okay.
I fear for our safety. I really do fear for our safety. It's gonna be the two cops from the other bar, and they're gonna be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
It's absolutely those two cops.
Yeah. Remember when we said we were gonna ditch you out in the middle of nowhere with no phone or anything? Yeah, that's now.
And the entire militia's going to help us do it.
This is going so well. Is there anything I have that can help?
You got a Glock.
Yeah.
Yeah, we flash a gun, see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
None of these numbers matter. I have several 70s, and I keep rolling 90s.
You know, sometimes in DG, you're just meant to die. And I feel like this is one of those days.
There you go.
Let's call Agent Walters and just say, there's nothing here.
Yeah, just
call in the Air Force. Just purge the whole town.
Yeah, we got rid of Buchanan, and that's about it. Whether it's the agent or the town, I don't know. It's a toss-up.
We'll just attribute it to global warming and a forest fire.
Blame it on the eco-terrorists.
There you go. Exactly.
Turns out those kids were right. The place was a powder keg.
Oh my gosh.
But I do definitely feel like trying to go and triangulate where the radio is coming out of is a smart idea.
Yes, because that involves not talking to anyone.
Yes, but that does mean that we have to go and bully some kid with a FM radio set to give us his radio. Or buy it ourselves.
Hey, you know what? There is technically a third type of watering hole that we haven't gone to yet, if Acer will allow it. Even though it's Northern California, there must be a Starbucks around. Maybe we can see if we can find someone nice there to talk to us, or maybe
north. It's honestly just like a shot in the dark. Unless you're in like a really big town, there's not much. There's like a mom and pop's cafe or something like that, but not much.
Right. So like if it was Reading, right, it would probably
if it was Reading, it'd have a couple. But
right.
In Buchanan, I highly doubt there's a Starbucks. But there's probably like a coffee shop or something. But then again, who knows? I'm not running the game. It's a toss-up. Maybe there is a Starbucks.
Or maybe it's a Pete's.
I think that's a higher chance.
Let's go with that. Let's propose that. Because like it's extreme Northern California, right? It kind of goes to say that you might have a Pete's with a drive-through. Some kind of coffee place with a drive-through. Maybe. I'm just trying to find another watering hole where we're not going to piss off people.
Judging by how it's going so far, I don't think that's possible.
I mean, we're going for the hat trick now.
Yeah, honestly. Let's see if we go to the mine in the morning and we just get kicked out. They don't believe we're feds. We show our badges and everything. We're just like,
well,
no,
actually,
you're not
for the mine, since they want federal help, we should wear our FBI windbreakers.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
yes.
We look official.
And say, yes, hello, we are FBI, here badge. Please allow us inside.
Right. Flip badge closed. Okay.
We have shades. That means we're feds.
Right, exactly.
I feel we should just go back to the hotel, and those of us who failed to practice our covers can maybe give that another try.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I failed mine, and I keep like confusing my cover with my actual life, so that would probably be in my self-interest to do that. Oh man, these rolls are so bad. I figured with 70 it would be really, really good.
Well, giving you a rating of 70 in a skill is kind of like giving you a machine gun. It's like it will tempt you to riskier behavior.
Yeah, but like a machine gun, it's just going everywhere.
Does it hit? Who knows? Sometimes.
Sometimes, maybe.
Sometimes.
All right, so there's a patrol car turning into the parking lot.
I forgot about that for a second.
It belongs to the Rozier County Sheriff's Department.
Is it those two cops from the last place?
No. The guy who steps out of the car is wearing a sheriff's star. It is the sheriff.
Oh no.
Is he happy to see us?
You don't have to roll human.
Oh, so he is happy to see us.
No, he is not. He puts his hands on his hips, like thumbs through his gun belt. Of all places, what the hell are you doing here?
Well, see, your deputies kicked us out of the other bar, so we're kind of just going around rolling with the punches.
You think you're funny?
No.
Yeah, I've never known FBI agents to be particularly funny. Although, they do seem to think that their shit don't stink.
Let's see here. What's his there's two of them, right?
No, it's just the sheriff.
Oh, it's just the sheriff? Oh my god, this is where I have to I reach my hand out to the sheriff and I go, "Hi, nice to meet you, Sheriff. I didn't catch your name."
All right, roll persuade, because remember I told you since you didn't pass your.
Oh my god, here we go. My persuade 70. Let's see. I got a 50.
Okay.
Finally.
All right, so you do not announce, "Hi, I'm with Delta Green."
Oh dear God.
Yeah, Jameson's like, "Oh great, now we've got to go bury the sheriff." Sheriff Ritter, nice to meet you.
Really sorry about the trouble we're causing in your town, Sheriff. We're just here to help you out. I understand there's some problems at the mine.
Yeah, I think they're probably just local troublemakers, people that are irritated that someone's moving in and making money off of something that's caused them so much trouble over the years, but realistically, it can only do good things for the town, I think. But
so, do you think those kids that we saved from getting beaten up are part of the problem? And I show him the card that the kid gave me, Steven.
No, they're just a bunch of do-gooders trying to, find some hidden motive to all this. They're not really cut out for that kind of thing. They're more used to handing out pamphlets at college campuses about how premarital sex will make you go blind or something.
Ah, I see. Do you want to go with us to the mine in the morning? I mean, it's kind of late. I'm pretty sure those guys have closed up shop for the night.
That's a safe bet. Once it starts to get later in the day, they like to close things up, try to make it as secure as possible. There's a lot of equipment up there that's practically one of a kind, I'll tell you what, though, if I'll give them a call and we'll arrange a trip up there as soon as they open back up.
Thanks a lot, Sheriff. I reach out and I shake his hand again. Appreciate the effort. Sorry for the trouble we're causing.
Well, I figure you're just new to town and didn't know where to go.
That's right.
The mayor is real keen on you being here. Wants to formally establish interagency task force or some such. But long and short of it is that you've got an office in town hall you can use.
Oh, thanks.
And if you need anything from me, you just give me a call.
Appreciate it, Sheriff. Thank you very much.
And he will give you his business card.
Let's say, can we get his number?
Awesome.
Hi, Sheriff Ritter. Your deputies are punching me in the face.
Could you ask them to stop briefly?
I say we call it a night. Actually, wait a minute. Do we want to? Oops, that was Siri. Gosh dang it!
That wasn't me this time.
Turned her off. Do we want to drive by the mine, or should we not push our luck and go to sleep and crash at the hotel?
I mean, it could be interesting seeing if there is actually stuff going on there.
That's kind of what I thought when he mentioned there was one-of-a-kind equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Anybody good at stealth and or recon? I don't know what they're...
Oh, you're funny.
Wait a
We're
minute.
not good with things.
Oh, wait. The numbers don't matter anyway. So.
Yeah.
Okay, my stealth is terrible.
My
It's a
stealth is
10.
50.
Oh, it's better than mine.
Hey, it looks like someone's going in first.
Yep.
I do have a search of 70, though. Well,
And my search ain't great, so...
My search is at 50, so I'm there.
so Acer, search could be used for, like, illegally going on the site and looking around, right?
Yeah, but it won't help you at not getting caught.
Well, I know. Okay, shall we just drive by? Wait a minute. Actually, wait a minute. How close is the mine to town?
The mine is about a mile out of town. It is up a mountain road.
Mm.
So,
All right, I'll go with what the group wants to do. I don't think it's a good idea for us to go up there. I don't think we should push our luck tonight. We've only had one good roll. And I don't know if I can give another good one tonight. Or do we just go for it?
Maybe not go in, but at least sit on... Oh, no, the mines. I'd say just call it a night. We'll go look at what cool stuff they have in the morning.
Well, yeah, because if we talk to the mayor, right? Because the mayor
Yeah.
wants an interagency task force. Now, if the sheriff knows who we are and the mayor knows who we are, now, in theory, now no one will be suspicious of three strangers walking around town.
Mm-hmm. With FBI windbreakers.
There you go.
Yeah, let's delay till the morning.
all right. Well, so you have reservations at the Green Tree Inn.
Oh, it's not the La
It's-
Quinta?
No.
There's no Denny's.
Oh,
Damn.
no, even worse.
Is this a DG game without Denny's?
Chris, there is a history with our podcast in La Quinta.
Oh.
In a Knights Black Agents game, they stayed at the agents stayed at La Quinta and then were attacked by vampires. So
I see. That makes sense now. Okay.
so if you hear jokes about La Quinta, it relates to having to fire automatic weapons down
Well, it's a good thing I have one, just in case.
down stairwells at La Quinta.
Yeah, we're not armed heavily enough to go to La Quinta.
It's just weirdly become a thing. Just sorry about that.
It's the new guy stuff. Oh my.
Yeah. So yeah, if anyone ever suggests staying at La Quinta, don't. In game, at least, I'm sure they're fine. You know, it's a fine chain.
Mm-hmm.
But the Green Tree Inn is, you know, sort of your what you would expect from an independent hotel that is sort of out of the way. They get visitors who are here to work at the mine, who haven't found more permanent accommodation. That's sort of been their bread and butter recently. They also have tourists who are here for, you know, sort of hiking or fishing, or might be going up to go camping in, you know, parts of the valley that aren't the toxic mine. Because it is a rather beautiful, sort of picturesque chunk of Northern California. All of the rooms are nicely furnished. All of the stuff, so although, you know, the fixtures are a little dated. Agent Buchanan is horrified to discover that they have 802.11g Wi-Fi. Feels like he's in the dark ages.
So before I crash for the night, I want to look at the website of the kids.
All right. So Clean Hands, Clean Souls is a recently formed Christian evangelical organization with an environmental angle to their gospel. So there's a lot of stuff about proper stewardship of God's creation.
Let's see here. My occults. Who's got the highest occult? I'm only 10.
20.
I'm at base.
So I guess me.
All right.
Yeah.
Is this enough new information to justify another roll? Because I did already roll on their symbol, Acer.
Yeah, sure. Well, actually, with a 20, you know, this group, you've actually, you know, you've seen their literature.
Okay.
And it's basic. It's just normal, run-of-the-mill evangelical preaching, maybe a little more progressive.
Okay, that's what I was getting at. I wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything Delta greenish in their symbology or anything like that.
Yeah, they are not considered a potential threat or anything like that.
Sounds good. So I say we crash, meet at and then head to the mayor's office. I'm pretty sure he gets in late. So I don't know, 10 o'clock?
That's fine by me.
I mean, we can be there earlier than that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. What the heck? Why not?
Or okay. Well, let's at least get up early. If we don't want to show up there till then, that's fine. But
that's fine. We'll be up early.
Who knows? We might get a knock on our door from the sheriff.
Yeah.
Oh, Acer, this is important. So I know there's only 2 bars in town, but we were wondering if there was a local coffee establishment in town that we could perhaps visit. Perhaps another watering hole where we haven't ticked off anyone yet. Is there perhaps a Pete's in town?
Is there perhaps a what in town?
Pete's.
Yes, there is a Pete's.
Oh, good.
And there's a Starbucks in Safeway.
There is a Starbucks. Yes.
Okay, those are 2 possible places we have left to tick people off. So.
And the grocery store. Don't forget about that.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
There is also a hardware store and an outdoor store.
Oh, we'll need the hardware store for later.
We need all of the nails you have. What size? All of them.
All of them. In fact, all your fasteners.
And
Just
all
I'll take the keys to the store. Just give me the store.
Screws, staples, duct tape, all of it.
Which way to the ammonia?
You need the really big containers.
Can we just go in back and take what we need?
Here's the purchase order. Everything we need.
Just
Bring it to this address.
just write the whole. Just give me the value of your whole inventory. We'll just write it in there.
You guys can close early for the day.
Yeah, better you not know what's going on.
We sure don't.
Yeah. So Jake's Tools and Jack's Rod and Guns are anchoring the shopping center at the ends on the other side of Safeway.
Nice. Okay.
And there are a couple of Greasy Spoon sort of diner places. You specifically asked to go to a bar, so that's what you got.
Point taken.
And because I'm a yes and GM, and there is also a two random fast food establishments whose franchisees are questioning their life choices.
Oh, sounds awesome. Great.
Anything go bump in the night?
Yeah, actually, give me an alertness roll.
Oh no.
Ooh, fun times.
Thanks for asking.
It's the damn raccoons.
One.
That's
I
passed for
wasted
me.
it.
I got a 77 and my alertness is 70. I'm sound asleep.
It's a critical
Oh,
failure.
that's a crit fail.
Oh no, wait, shoot. Oh no.
Sleep's nice.
Oh no.
All right. So
So I got an one though. So
I passed.
yeah. So Agent Buchanan, you wake up in the middle of the night to the feeling that something is staring at you in the dark.
Is it like at the foot of my bed?
Yes.
I reach for my pistol and pull the light on.
All right. Give me a Dex times 5 roll.
oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no! I shot me. Hope I didn't shoot one of you guys. Okay, it's a 60.
I really hope it's a raccoon. I'm really hoping.
Oh no! 74.
All right. You tumble out of bed and you feel something land where your head was.
What does it look like?
When you turn around, there's nothing there.
Huh. Wait,
But-
and the shot went off though, right?
No.
Oh, it didn't. Okay. There's no sand loss?
Roll sanity.
Oh, God.
Asking to roll sand in a DG game.
I should. Well, there you go. So my sanity is 40. 33. Oh, my God. 33.
Okay. You're fine. But when you reach over, like when you turn the light on, there definitely was something on your pillow. You feel, or you see something like glisten, maybe is the word for it. And when you touch it, it feels sort of greasy.
Ugh. Great. Is there a couch in my room?
There is one of those armchairs.
I'm I just look around, grab a pillow, and go, well, I'm not sleeping there tonight. I'm crashing on the chair.
All right. So so next door, you Captain Peyton, wake up as you hear several patrol cars go rolling out of the parking lot of the town hall across the street and go racing up toward the mine.
Oh heck!
And they have their flashers on, and then when they leave town, they turn their sirens on.
Oh, crap, you guys. We should have asked for something.
Agent Buchanan, though, is sound asleep, so he doesn't hear any of that.
Are we all in the same room, or
you're in adjoining rooms?
Okay.
And then Agent Jameson will hear it. Will hear the sirens. Mm-hmm. He will not have been alerted to the cars actually pulling out of the parking lot.
Hey, sir, did I get a feel of how many patrol cars?
3.
3? Okay, well, I'm going to kind of look through. I assume we have our doors open because, Delta Green Protocol, the whole don't be alone thing. So I'll look through, and if I see him awake, I'll say, yeah, 3 cruisers just peeled out of here. Going towards the mine, Acer? Or,
up toward the mine, yeah.
Yeah.
We can call the sheriff, see if there's a problem. Or we could just go up there now and just show up.
Well, the mine's not really our mission, right?
No, but the fact that there's 3 cop cars going to a specific location in a small town that's as many cops as they have, that's a bit maybe important. At least keep our ears open to it. I'm not saying that it is mission priority, but, it's still good to know, if the death cult is attacking the mine.
Hey, why is Buchanan in that chair?
I don't know.
I got the pillow on top of my face, pretending that I'm asleep, not listening to you guys.
I imagine you have the middle room, and we just walked into your room and started talking.
Well, we could give him a call, see what happened, or we can go up there, or we can just go to bed and worry about it in the morning.
I say from beneath the pillow, go to bed.
Jesus. Well, if that's what you think.
Yeah, look at my phone. There's no messages or anything. They weren't calling for backup, were they?
They weren't messaging you.
Yeah.
That, by the way, what I was talking about, we should have asked for a police scanner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should ask the sheriff if we could have one. He may not give it to us.
No, well, actually, Buchanan's phone gets a text.
Uh-oh. Buchanan, from underneath the pillow, you want to answer your damn phone?
He's got some ridiculously cute, ring text message. I look at my phone and I'm like, okay, what does it say?
It is from the sheriff's number, and it says, there was the security guard at the mine called about hearing a gunshot.
So I'm clearly awake now. I look at the guys and I show them the message. Shall we assist? It would help our cover.
Well, it covers a lot, so.
That's a yes?
I'd say sure.
So
But
I
it's a team effort, guys.
yep.
Let's do it.
All right.
Sure.
I type into the phone OMW.
All right. So as you drive out, you spot the first patrol car, or probably it was the last patrol car, off to one side of the road before it starts to switch back up the mountain. The two deputies are trying to talk to two men who are sitting on the back bumper of a Ford Explorer that has, like private security markings. The sort of vehicle that it's meant to. If you, at first glance, it looks like a police vehicle, and then you're like, oh no, it's rent-a-cops.
Mhm.
Yeah, it even has a shield, but it is not like the official government shield.
Yeah. But it definitely is a Holstein mining vehicle, and you can all of you have humid that's high enough that you can tell that the two cops are talking to these guys and not getting any sort of meaningful response.
These are the deputies interviewing these two security guards, right?
Yeah.
Should we help?
Well, you wanted to assist, so assist.
And then you've got that's one car. The other two cars look like they went for up the mountain.
Yeah.
I know, guys. I say we stick together, but we either stay here or we go up the mountain. I say we go up the mountain.
Yeah. I mean, we could always split up, but going up the mountain does definitely seem like a better idea because obviously they're scared of whatever's up there.
Right.
Do it.
Okay. You find the two cars at the top of the mountain. Incidentally, as you go up the mountain, you spot or you drive by the Holstein mining facility, which is the place where they are actually working on whatever it is that's supposed to clean up the mine. And it is protected by, cyclone fencing and topped by, very, very sharp razor wire and lots of keep out signs and very heavy looking gates, behind which you can see a few long, low warehouses and a large, multi-story office complex.
Do we see any of the specialized heavy equipment that Agent Walters mentioned?
No, but you do see that the several of the warehouses have ramps leading up to them.
Oh, by the way, so I'm assuming it's a little bit of a drive. Since the time we left the hotel to wherever we're at, I want to be playing with the FM radio, just doing a scan for available. I'm trying to see if I can pick up this strange signal.
You're not getting anything. Your SUV also has a police scanner. When you get to the top of the mountain, you find the two patrol cars. This is also the what is now the entrance to the mine. This mountain was the site of a great deal of heavy metal mining. It at various points produced like gold and lead and iron. But the mining over the years basically undermined the whole thing to the point where they sort of mined the mountain hollow, and eventually the top fell in. They are parked at the rim of a big crater, basically, that is the top of the shaft. There's fencing around the shaft because falling in there would be a really, really bad thing. It looks like the sheriff and 2 deputies are shining lights down into the hole.
Well, I will step out of the Suburban and ready the M4 that we have in the truck or in the SUV and walk over to the deputies and say, "What's the problem? What's going on?"
Well, the security guard said that they heard a gunshot and after the director of security for Holstein went up here, and well, I guess we found out. We found him at least. He will point, and you could all roll sanity.
Awesome.
Great.
Wonderful. Dead bodies, dead bodies.
Pass.
Fail.
Fail.
All right. On a failure, you lose 2 points of sanity. If you passed, you lose nothing. But it is clear that the director of security, who the sheriff will identify to you as Charles Warwick, met something very unpleasant up here. It looks like his right arm and his head are missing. He has huge slashes across his chest, and he was flung down into the pit. His shotgun is lying several dozen feet away, and it looks like its sling has been broken off of its clips.
Well, you see, deputies, this is obviously a bear attack. That is obviously what happened.
How
Must have
far
been-
down is that?
Probably about 50 feet.
Bears. It's always the bears. You let them eat the trash, next thing you know, they're chucking you in a shaft.
Are there any bear tracks?
Who's got survival?
I do.
Okay.
20 under 50.
Okay. Roll sanity.
91 over 45.
You lose 2 points of sanity.
Cool.
That's not a bear. That's definitely not a bear.
Tell the
But there are
deputies.
tracks.
There are tracks, but aside from the fact that that is definitely not a bear, the tracks start on the middle of the summit and disappear in the middle of the summit.
Huh.
By middle of the summit, do you mean the middle of the collapsed mountain?
It's it's at the top of the mountain. So
Okay.
at the roadhead. Excuse me. At the at the end of the road, the 'cause I was thinking the word trailhead. Where the road terminates at the entrance to the mine, it's
Okay.
sort of a staging area for whatever it is that Holstein wants to do. And that's where the patrol cars are. That's where Warwick's Jeep is. In that area, the tracks start. They move around probably as they stalked and, killed Warwick, and then they just disappear again.
I asked one of the deputies, so no witnesses, and we just found this guy like this. No one heard anything other than the gunshot.
Well, according to the 911 call we got, they Warwick said they were supposed to wait there. Their vehicle was stuck, and he was going to go check out a problem with the motion detectors up here. And they said the cameras had gone out again. And when he went up here, when he went up here, they heard the gunshot and they called 911.
So there are cameras here, but they weren't working at the time of this attack?
Yeah, see up there, and he points to the posts in the corners of where of the fence line, and their camera is pointed down toward the road and into the mouth of the mine.
And was it just at the time of this attack, or have they not been working for some time now?
Just at the time of the attack, but they've had a bunch of problems with their security system going out like this.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to need to get the videos and the time and dates for all of those. Do you know where I can get those?
That'd be down in their security center, down in that facility on the shoulder of the mountain.
Okay.
I can't think of anything else to do with this dead body.
Well, it's 50 feet below us as well, right?
Yeah.
I would like to inspect it closer, but we're going to need some equipment to get down there.
Oh, this is still really late at night, right?
Yeah.
It's 4 a.m.
Yeah. Well,
So-
if we wait, it'll be daybreak soon.
The sheriff says that they're waiting for someone from the they're going to actually need someone from down south to come up here with hazmat gear and
Get the body.
and retrieve the body, because Holstein has hazmat gear, but nobody trained in dealing with recovering remains like that.
Does criminology apply to this in terms of like preserving remains?
It'd be forensics.
Oh,
I
it's
have a 50 in
forensics?
forensics.
All right.
Ah,
But are you going to raise your hand and volunteer to go down there in a
Hell
hazmat
no,
suit?
I'm not going to volunteer to go down there.
Come on.
wait,
I don't know how to use a hazmat suit.
We
Wait.
have a forensics kit with us.
No, we do have that.
Wait, what's your forensics?
50.
Oh, 50? Oh, you the man. If you
So,
want to.
I mean, if I go down with the kit with the friends, the only thing is, what would be the skill to successfully use a hazmat suit?
It would probably be athletics.
Oh, well, I got that at 50, so fuck it. Let's try it.
Yes.
Might as well.
Wait. Before you try it. So,
Uh.
if you're in this hazmat suit and he's going down into the crater, right?
Yeah.
So, where's his gun?
Well, I hand you the M4.
No.
and say-
No. You don't understand. I think you should be armed.
Oh, well, I'll just carry my pistol with me. One of you cover me with the...
Well, there's a shotgun down there.
Yeah, there's a shotgun. I'll use the shotgun of the dead body. It's fine. Someone
Sure.
take the assault rifle, though, because I'm definitely not going to be carrying that if I have the forensics kit with me.
Okay,
and I'm
so
not
I'll-
taking the remains up.
As long as you're armed, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. You are volunteering.
I am volunteering to go down into a radioactive pit and look at a body of a bear mutilation, quote unquote.
Okay. Give me an athletics roll. They will have someone drive down the mountain or drive up the mountain with the hazmat suit.
Oh, lordy. Oh, no. That's 89 over 50.
You go tumbling down into the hole.
Well, I tried.
Let's see.
And I would like to say I'd be going down there with the forensics kit.
Yeah. That's 1 point of armor. So, from this kind of injury, so you take 1 point of damage.
Ouch. My bones.
Roll sanity.
Pass.
Okay. You end up, hitting the flat spot where Warwick came to rest. It's a little alarming though when the impact causes your eyes to close for a second. When you open them, you're staring right into his face.
I thought he's decapitated.
Yeah, you found the face.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. All right, that's unsettling.
There is definitely a look of utter horror.
That's not good.
You landed near the shotgun also.
Ooh, I will pick that up and take it with me to the body. Because better to be armed than be dead.
Are there floodlights or something we can shine down there on his behalf?
Oh, sure, yeah.
That would be fantastic.
I'd like to get one of those set up.
Okay. Give me an athletics roll, or no, give me a dex times 5 roll.
I really would have rather. Okay. 39. I'm good either way.
Okay, you do not blind him with the light. But Agent Jameson, give me a firearms roll.
That's a success.
Okay. You check the shotgun. It's a Mossberg 590.
Mm-hmm.
There is a fired round in the chamber.
Okay, so he's probably the one who shot the round.
So he fired it and was not able to eject the round and load the next one in the tube.
I will holler up there to look for either a look for some sort of place that the rounds impacted or any sort of blood left behind from the shot if it did connect.
Okay. With your search of 70, Agent Buchanan, you check all the places that would have, that would have been easily, or that would easily show the signs of a shotgun being discharged, if anywhere within the vicinity of the footprints, and you don't see anything. of course, he could have just fired into the air
Yeah.
for all you know, but he definitely didn't like hit anything on the summit itself. And then you can give me a forensics roll.
That's me.
No, Agent Jameson.
Am I assisted at all by the forensic kit?
Yeah, plus 20.
All right. That is a success.
All right. You definitely are able to identify the wounds on his chest. They are very, very deep cuts. They are definitely from like a slashing implement or claws. Something very, very pointy. You also do note that around his neck, there are marks from very large teeth.
Okay.
And give me a sanity roll.
That is failure.
Okay. You are definitely sure, Lucy, 3 sanity, that there is no creature native to Northern California that could do this to a human body.
Okay. And that's an unnatural, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and the forensics kit does include body bags. So
that's a bad idea if it's in a radiological area.
yeah.
But, yeah, I'll put him in a body bag and just say, hey, he's good to go.
Yep. Well, they have a lead-lined container they can drop him in.
That would be wonderful.
So, they basically will winch you up, winch the body bag up, and toss the winch, him, and the forensics kit, and I guess the shotgun.
Yeah.
In the container. Or further examination someplace, where it isn't likely to do anyone any harm. Then they can take you to a decon chamber and remove the suit.
Wonderful.
All right. So, who's up for breakfast?
I'm starving.
Yeah.
Food sounds nice.
So the sheriff will say we'll get in touch with I guess it's the Warwick's second in command and tell him to get those tapes for you. We'll have them ready by the time you guys are done with breakfast. And
the 2 other security guards, are they just the ones that found the body, or did they see anything else?
They called in the gunshot, and my people haven't been able to talk to them, or haven't been able to get through to them. If you want to take a run at getting anything out of them, they're at the they're in the clinic down at the fire station.
Okay.
We all have equal persuades, right?
I have mine at 70.
Yeah, mine's at 70.
Mine's 60, so slightly worse.
We should. Do we really want to interrogate these guys with all of our persuades or use them for something else in the day? I guess we should at least talk to them, right? Because they may have heard or saw something that the videotapes will have missed.
Yeah, and I have a leaking suspicion about the videotapes, but I will discuss that once we actually do get them.
Okay.
Because assumptions make an ass out of you and me.
So the fire station's on the way down before breakfast, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So are we done at the crater?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah. I say we drive down to the fire station. I'll take my first crack at trying to get a story out of these guys.
All right, give me a roll.
Okay, persuade, right?
Yep.
65 out of over 70.
Okay, you establish rapport very slowly with them. They are, they require reassurance, and eventually you are able to get them to share their story. It's basically what they told the 911 dispatcher, just a little more coherent, that Warwick, that their car or their SUV broke down. Warwick passed by them and they flagged him down. They were having radio problems. He told them that the motion detectors and the cameras up on the summit were malfunctioning and that he was going to go check it out, that he didn't want them leaving their vehicle in case anybody came by to steal or, sabotage it, just like some other stuff had been. He assumed that people were just screwing with them again. He went up the mountain. They heard a shotgun blast. And then as they were debating what to do about it, they heard something hit the ground near them and saw that it was his Glock and that his hand was still attached to it.
Wait. His hand attached to holding the Glock appeared down the mountain?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wait, I'm confused. I thought he had only one arm ripped off.
Yes, his right arm was ripped off. The hand and the Glock ended up down where they were.
Oh, okay. Got it. But the left arm was fully intact along with its hand.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Now I understand. Interesting.
Was there a round fired from the Glock?
No.
Okay. So I'm guessing, at least time-wise, he was attacked, he tried to pull his pistol, his arm got ripped off, then he tried to go for the shotgun, fired off a round, and then got yeeted into the hole and decapitated.
Actually, do you have criminology?
Yes, I do. I have it at 70.
Okay. With that, you can actually reconstruct events somewhat. You think he fired he was going to examine the cameras. The thing appeared within his line of sight. He fired his shotgun. It ripped the shotgun out of his hands and broke the sling and tossed it away from him. He then went for his pistol. It disarmed him, if you'll pardon the pun. Then, at some point thereafter, decapitated him and then threw the remains down the pit, into the pit.
I tell the deputies, this has been very, very useful, guys. Thanks very much for your help. And I turn to the other two agents. I wonder if radio problems are that are causing the electrical interference, like the camera problems.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page here. We need to see if there was another strange
Glitch.
burst picked up last night around the time of death. So
Well, I mean, we can also figure it out if the strange burst on the FM radios also corresponds timeline-wise with the cameras shutting off.
Right.
right.
Because if that's the case, then both of those are connected,
Mm-hmm.
which means that, hey, there's something going on here.
Great. So how do we obtain those records?
Well, we're waiting for the cameras, and
Okay.
We could go to breakfast, and when we're done, they would have them for us.
Right.
and also we still need to introduce ourselves to the mayor.
Oh yeah, that's right. Maybe the mayor's a ham radio operator. That would be very
Maybe that would be fantastic.
Acer, were we allowed to take any notes with us from our handler about when those previous radio bursts were?
Yes.
Okay.
Fantastic. Give me 1 second. Well,
Yeah, so let's introduce ourselves, get breakfast, and when we get those videos, maybe we can start putting some stuff together.
Sounds good to me.
yeah, that sounds fine.
All right. When you okay, so where are you going to breakfast?
This is a hard question. There's a Black Bear Diner. We can go there.
There is a Black Bear Diner.
Fantastic.
I was hoping it was Flavor Town, but sure, Black Bear Diner works too.
If there's Flavor Town, then we can absolutely take a trip on down to Flavor Town.
There is not a flavor.
Damn.
All right, I guess it's Black Bear Diner then. Oh,
There is a Black Bear Diner, and when you walk in, you see that there are actually two California fish and game officers
Ooh.
sitting down to lunch, or excuse me, sitting down to breakfast.
They're interesting people to talk to, and I think it would be a good idea if we do talk to them.
Yeah.
sometimes Fish and Game are also Delta Green agents. Can we tell if they're really Fish and Game?
No, they are definitely they are if you attempt, any sort of recognition signs, you don't get any response.
Ah, okay. Fish and Game.
But it is still
What
good
do you
because
think? We're the mission already?
yeah,
Well, if you look how we rolled at the beginning,
yeah.
These
Soon
guys are
enough.
all obviously cultists. We should
You
just take them
screwed
out.
up
now.
at a bar, and then you immediately went to another bar? Yeah, no, take them out.
They're gonna need a 9mm
So do
retirement
they-
plan.
the Fish and Game guys, do they seem nervous at all?
No, they actually seem pretty jovial.
That's cool.
They see you and they smile. Oh, you folks just coming back from camping?
Something like that.
Yeah, I kind of give a sarcastic laugh. Yeah, sure. Camping.
Hey, you look a little worn out.
Long night.
Well, yeah, we just came back from scene. I'll flop open my badge. We're FBI. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
You guys are wardens in this county?
Yeah. Well, we're actually investigating possible poaching.
Poaching?
Yeah, we had a couple of radio trackers go silent near here, and we thought we'd go check it out, see if we could find any sign of our missing friends.
How long's that been happening?
Last couple of days.
Several or just a few?
3.
See if we can, subtly get the dates and times to see if those match up with existing data.
All right, give me a persuade.
Cool. 37 under 60, so yes.
Yes. 3. All 3 coincide with reported outages or interference.
And do these outages all happen with specifically one type of animal, perchance? Or are they just all random?
They're
just
all random.
callers not going? Okay.
Yeah.
Any other weird stuff happen on your guys' end in the county?
I don't know. There have been a couple more frantic reports of bear sightings than usual. I mean, but that's just people being. It's just city folks.
Yeah,
being grumpy.
yippies. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, guys. I don't want to interrupt your breakfast.
Yeah. Well, if you happen to find anything, could you maybe drop us a line?
Oh yeah, sure. And I'll exchange him our business card for the burner that is out of service, supposedly. But no, we'll give him the burner phone number, and
Of course.
hopefully we'll get his number.
Oh yeah. Well, this is a new one. Can't say I've ever worked for the bureau.
Yeah.
You actually still can't say that.
Officially, of course.
Right, of course. All right, so several hundred or potentially 1,000 calories later, you can head on over to town hall or anywhere else you would like to go.
Well, we should keep our promise of introducing ourselves to the mayor.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, let's just, because the mayor, we want to get the mayor and the sheriff on our side in case it all goes really bad.
Yeah, in case, things start blowing up randomly.
Exactly.
All right. So the mayor's office is on the 3rd floor of the municipal building. When you enter, you see that the police department and the sheriff's department share office space on one side of the 1st floor, and on the other side is the town library. Then the town clerk's offices are the town clerks and the sort of city council have offices on the 2nd floor, and then the mayor's office and other administrative departments are on the top floor. The mayor is sort of stocky, average height gentleman with silver hair. He gets up, practically bounds up from behind his desk to shake your hands and smile, and introduces himself as Doug Fox. Call me Doug. Glad the FBI is taking this seriously.
Of course, we're a very serious agency.
Yeah, well, that's it's all well and good. Although I hear you did go out and have some fun last night.
Getting ourselves used to the town. But it seems like besides one place, you guys have a pretty nice town here.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Be sure to stop by the tourist office and get yourself a coupon book.
And I was told that we have an office space here.
Oh, yes. My secretary would be happy to show you down there. Is there anything else you need? I talked to the sheriff. You have access to all of the law enforcement databases that his office can provide.
Actually, Mayor, do you have like an amateur radio group in this town? We have
You
reason
know,
to believe that they they may be facilitating illegal communications, and so we would like to talk to some of them.
oh, wow. That would be like a federal crime, wouldn't it?
Yes, hence the FBI.
Well, we'd we'll well there is a local radio there is a local amateur radio group here. We can certainly put you in touch with them. There's their president is a old friend of mine. His name's Greg Oldman. He learned how to use or learned all kinds of things about radios during his time in the Army.
Oh, thanks. Do you know where Greg would like to hang out? Maybe he hangs out at one of the coffee shops in town or something?
Yeah, you can find him usually over well, his old coffee shop closed down, but he hangs out at Pete's.
Oh, that's very useful, sir. Thank you. I'm done with the mayor.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see that office space and wait for those tapes.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's not fancy, but there are computers. You're pretty sure your iPhone might have more processing power than half of them, but they are connected to the office network.
So, Acer, I have a question. Going back to our briefing with Agent Walters, part of the evidence she showed us was postings on message boards, right?
Yes.
So, I would like to use my computer science skill to check the message boards to see if there were messages posted at about approximately the time or just before we were called to examine that body in the mine. I want to see if there was an uptick in activity.
Yeah, go ahead and roll computer science.
Okay, this should be interesting. Son of a gun. Oh, no. No, 45 out of over 50.
Hey.
Well, there you go. So there is a flurry of posts this morning about the what's been going on at in Buchanan.
And are they post about radio burst or post about the killing, the homicide?
No, it's there are posts about the another radio burst, but nothing about the killing.
Interesting. And the posts are all, of course, anonymous handles, right? Nothing that tells me who did the post.
Oh yeah, you're not getting anything.
Okay. Okay. Well.
Oh, you also do find in those posts mentioned that the radio, the local ham radio group is talking about trying to track down these signals, and they are meeting at the local radio station.
Oh. We should add that to the list.
Does the frequency of the post suggest any sort of expected timeline for another burst to happen, or are they just at random intervals of time?
Actually, it looks like they are speeding up. They are the time from one burst to the next seems to be half as long as the one preceding.
And so how long would that be now?
The next one will be in about 12. Will be 12 hours from the last one.
And the last one was at
4:30 in the morning.
Okay. So 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
About then, yeah.
Okay, so we need to have our hands on the radio set by then.
And what time did the amateur group say they were going to be at the radio station?
About noon.
About noonish.
Okay.
You could split the party at this point. I don't know. Wait, actually, if Greg Oldman was from the Army, shouldn't the captain talk to him? One Army guy talking to another.
Smart choice. There goes the die.
Yeah, sorry. One Army guy talking to another Army guy is probably a lot better.
I can do that since, I failed to learn my cover anyway, so.
You can just talk the talk.
There you go.
All right, so where would Jameson and Buchanan like to go?
Well, okay, so we don't need to wait for the videotape, right?
No, I'm guessing, the only thing that we would confirm with the video is that it has either been affecting the mine or it is a problem coming from the mine.
That's
and seeing any sort of suspicious activity on site.
Right. Let's see here. So let's pretend that we skip that. What would be our next step?
Next option is we definitely do need a radio or be at a place where there is any sort of radio, like where we can hear the FM radio.
Right.
By 4 o'clock. And then also maybe getting the radio group to help us triangulate where exactly that's coming from, or do it ourselves if we don't want to expose people.
Does anyone? What would be radio?
Still have the lead.
It would be SIGINT.
SIGINT? Oh, dude, my SIGINT's 0. That can't be me.
It'd be the captain.
Okay, yeah. So I
still have the lead about the odd equipment that we have yet to see from the mining company.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we do have to go and talk to the mining company too. We were supposed to get a tour from the sheriff.
Oh, that's right. We should probably do that first and then head over to the radio station by noon.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, if nothing else, I can head out when it gets close. If you guys still have more to do there, I'll head towards the radio then.
Sure.
That sounds good. Perfect. So back to the mine, Acer.
Okay, so you go back up to the Sloan Hill facility. You are met by Angela Wainwright, who is the Assistant Chief Information Officer. She is going to walk you through the facility and explain their process. And actually, what I'm going to do is give you a bit of flavor text.
Yay, descriptive text.
Oops. There we go. Sorry, for some reason, it just wants to message Chris. There we go.
Did you really just send it? Maybe Zoom is having a heart attack.
That is a possibility.
Zoom is really weird.
That's so weird. All right, I'm just going to mail it to you.
That works too.
All right. Okay. Chris, why don't you share that with the group?
Sure thing. Oh, Jesus. Restoration of Superfund sites using absorptive nanoparticles, or ROSSAN, is a new technology developed by Holstein Engineering and Mining. This radical new development was deeply affected by learning about Superfund sites in middle school, and finally found a way to make a real difference in the world. ROSSAN works by introducing absorptive nanoparticles into the soil, which neutralize the toxic substances in the soil. Development started with ROSSAN R, which works with radioactive waste, the danger from biological molecules, and create free radicals that damage tissue, including mutating DNA. Traditional methods of absorbing these cations still create toxic waste that need to be disposed. ROSSAN-R R's unique structure will selectively absorb radioactive cations over other present ions, and the absorption causes a collapse of the structure, permanently trapping the radioactive cation in the structure, leading to easy and safe disposal. The success of ROSSAN-R in a lab setting has encouraged Holstein to develop other iterations of the ROSSAN project, including reduction of acid mine drainage, AMD, using ROSSAN-A. AMD is a common near coal and gold mines. It uses a similar method as -R, but uses the waste of magnesite mining to form the nanofibers instead of titanium. This has the added benefit of preventing the creation of new Superfund site in the attempt to neutralize an existing one. Our studies have shown that application of ROS-A to a site will increase pH to a neutral value and drastically decrease inorganic contaminants, including sulfate. The absorption and reaction with magnesite nanofibers actually enriches the soil in the area, creating a healthy new environment to restore. Holstein knows that we are just at the forefront of what is possible using ROSSAN. I think that's it. So they're using nanomachines, son.
Oh, so Miss Wainwright, sounds like what you do here is actually a really good thing. Do you know why the environmentalists are opposed to this?
Well, I think in large part it is due to a understandable, if irrational, fear of geoengineering on this scale. We are using science to correct some of science's greatest harms to the environment, and we are doing so in a way that some might feel is less than entirely morally pure, in that we have a profit-driven motive to do this. We want to make the environment a better place so that we can continue to serve the people of the world, all people of the world, in delivering ethical and economically viable resources to continue to build a better future. You feel slimy just sitting next to this woman.
I'm debating whether to waste a human interval. I feel that she's, I mean, just from the answer, something is being left out.
Let's do it.
Okay. Acer, my human int is 60. So I want to see if she's lying. Wait, actually, wait a minute. Should I use human int to see if she's lying, or persuade to push her to give us more information? My persuade, I think, is higher. Yeah, my persuade is 70 versus my human int is 60. Which is more appropriate for getting more information, Acer? To judge whether she's lying, or to push her to tell us more?
You're pretty sure she's not telling you everything there is to know, so persuade's probably better.
Let me do a persuade then. Exactly 70.
Wow. Okay, look, I'm gonna level with you. My boyfriend got me this job, and it's all a little above my head, but I've seen the tests they do when the EPA comes here, and everything looks like it's doing what it's supposed to. The EPA people are always really happy.
Before she continues, I lean into her and I go, withholding information is a felony. Please go on.
Look, I told you the EPA did their assessment of the project just yesterday. They're actually, I think they're going to approve it. We're going to sell the whole thing to the government, and they're going to deploy it all over the country.
Is there anything that you know of that you guys didn't show to the EPA?
I think they just showed them the tests. I mean, like, we didn't go down into the mine or anything, or showed them like all of the warehouses, but I mean, everything's the same. Now you can roll human.
Who rolls that?
Both of you can roll.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's right. I'm not there. Sorry.
No, you're up there with us. You're only going to take off when you absolutely have to at the last minute.
Oh, okay.
Well, in that case, I passed.
I also passed 55 over 60.
I also passed.
Okay, so you all know that she is overstating her case. And Agent Buchanan knows that she doesn't know that it's all the same.
So I look at my two colleagues with a look, and I look back at her, and so I look at her and I say, so what you're telling me is the EPA thinks everything here is copacetic, right? Everything is fine?
Yes.
So if I go back and call the EPA and mention your name and tell them that you said everything is fine, they're going to 100% agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Acer, didn't you say that I know that she's not telling me everything still?
Yes, but you asked, if I call the EPA, will they agree with her? The EPA will agree with her.
because the EPA doesn't know everything that's going on here.
So,
Good.
so what we should ask is, wait, actually, Tom, didn't your character ask that already? If the EPA was shown everything?
No, I asked if the EPA was shown everything, and that's where she thinks that they were shown everything, but she doesn't know for sure. So it might be a good idea to take a look around.
Mm-hmm. You lean on her since you already suggested she was withholding.
Yeah. Oh, you know what we could say to her? We could tell her, this whole process could be stopped because of the homicide that happened earlier this morning. Right? We could tell her that, that wasn't a bear.
There we go.
What we could. So here's my crazy idea. We tell her that
You can't.
No.
No, just don't. You can't communicate with them to that extent.
Mm. Right in front of her.
Yeah.
Oh well. Okay.
Well, we would like it if we could take a look around.
Sure. She'll walk you around. She will show you or she'll take you into the warehouse and demonstrate not demonstrate. She'll have one of the techs demonstrate how they load the rosin into a canister on a tractor, and it basically drives over the contaminated soil and seeds the material evenly across the surface, and then plows it under.
And is she showing us every single one of the warehouses or just one?
She shows you just the one.
And this is done with the weird heavy equipment or not?
Yeah, it's done with big tractors.
Okay.
Like environmentally shielded, so that the operator doesn't die.
That's a good thing. Miss Wainwright, you must have a chief environmental engineer on this site. Can we speak with him?
Of course. She will call him down. His name is Ted Phillips.
I tell Miss Wainwright, you can go now. We'll talk to Mr. Phillips ourselves.
All right, she says, and she will move a little ways away, but she won't leave.
Should we throw her out?
Is she far enough away where she won't hear our conversation?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Okay.
We'll leave her there for now.
Sounds good. What's the name of this guy?
Ted
Phillips.
Phillips. So, Mr. Phillips, I'm sure you're aware of the incident that happened earlier today.
Yes, sir.
Any ideas what happened or why?
No clue, but a lot of weird stuff's been happening around here lately.
Like
You
what?
mean this isn't the first weird thing?
Well, there was a fire a couple days ago. One of the storage sheds, a bunch of the material, some of the rosin material, was knocked over, and then some other volatile chemicals caught fire. That was a little weird. That was one of the big reasons the board wanted to request that the EPA call in the FBI.
Because you guys think it was the environmentalists doing it.
Yeah. some of our security people have been saying that there's something really really screwed up going on, that there had to be somebody on the inside because our security system keeps glitching out.
Interesting. So, you can do us a favor. Obviously, you guys have probably doubled security since last night. But I give him my card with my fake burner number. I want to make sure that you have my number so you can call us if something happens. And you might want to make sure the security is doubled up this afternoon.
Yes, sir.
So what exactly are in the other warehouses?
I assume more of the same stuff. We're stockpiling the stuff so that when we get the go ahead, we can go ahead and clear up Sloan Hill. But my job has been making sure that the stuff in this facility is fully up and running so that we can demonstrate the tech to the EPA.
And do you have any work that's conducted down in the actual mine itself?
We've done some initial tests down there, but it's so hazardous that we don't really want to risk people until we have all the gear stood up. I mean, that's when the paperwork comes through, we'll go fire up all the equipment and go to town.
You guys have any more questions for him?
I don't.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Phillips.
Thank you. He'll give you his card.
That's cool. Radio
right.
station?
Yeah.
Yes, but I would just like to note that he doesn't know what's inside the warehouses either. And both of them don't know what's inside the warehouse.
Maybe we should just
besides
look.
this one.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm afraid that we're going to be called out for it. Which, I mean, honestly, is like, I don't care, but we do need to make sure that our covers don't get blown.
Right. Okay, let's see. How can we do this?
And also without tipping them off.
Time limit. Eventually, we might just have to
Bust in.
go for it. Yeah.
Wait, do we have a stealth? Is there a stealth attribute?
There is.
There is.
Well, it's a
mine.
skill, third
Yeah.
column.
Yeah. Oh my God, mine's 10. See, I've got this great search at 70, but a stealth of 10, which means I'm like a bull in a china shop, right? So
Yeah, whereas I'm at search 20 and stealth 50, so I can get in there and then find nothing.
that means we'd have to work together if we were going to do it.
Well, the answer is obvious. You send Peyton in wearing a GoPro.
No, the other left. Okay.
It'd be like, those FMV games from the 90s.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Do we look first at the other things, or do we go talk to the radio guys, or do them both at the same time?
I mean, if this is a dead end, then we really need that radio equipment before 4, but if this is not a dead end, then the radio equipment is a waste of time at this point.
Yeah, I have an idea. If we preoccupy her, you and me, Bernie,
Yeah.
then Tom, if he went to the bathroom, could hopefully sneak into one of the other warehouses.
Oh, that sounds
That
good
was
to
right
me.
site.
Breakfast is just really not sitting well with me. Do you have a restroom I can use?
Oh, yeah, sure. She will point you to the restroom.
Cool.
So how do we distract her? What do
We
tell her?
just talk the talk, as
Okay.
federal agents do. So have you seen anything suspicious on site? Anything like that? Any rumors?
and we fade away from them. And Tom, I'm gonna roll your stealth.
Cool.
Okay, so what are you going to be doing?
That's a good question, Acer. I guess I want to try to get out of the bathroom. I doubt there's a convenient window, and it's daytime anyway, so this is a fantastic idea. I'd like to get into one of these warehouses if possible, since they don't know what's in them. We need to at least see.
Okay, so here's the problem. And
there
why,
are several problems.
Well, yeah, here's the biggest problem, and the reason why I rolled your stealth. Electromagnetic interference notwithstanding, this place is wired to hell and gone. So you leave the bathroom, you go around a corner, you walk through a break room, and you spot an exit sign that faces the other warehouses. And you open the door, and there are two guys.
Awesome.
Standing there. And your excellent search will clearly identify that they are carrying FNP-90 submachine guns.
Awesome. I think I took a wrong turn. Can you get me back to whatever her name is?
Oh yes, yeah, of course, sir. It's easy to get lost in these large buildings. They prefabricated. They all look the same wherever you go, right?
Yeah. So yeah, this is a bust. I'm not going to try to take them out in broad daylight under surveillance.
Yeah, but is it a bust? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, they could kind of rationalize that they do have armed guards, right? Because of everything that's been happening. So that's kind of not a surprise.
But with submachine guns,
that's true.
My problem. Because that seems way over the top.
I agree.
For just one small research, quote unquote, facility. Shall
we press her on this? Or wait a minute. Actually,
we don't know this yet, but I'm.
No. Yeah, I'm assuming Tom's character is like texting us or something.
But, well, I'm on my way back. I don't.
Right.
Yeah, you don't even have to check your phone. He's like, oh wait, there's Captain Peyton and two friends.
What are they carrying? Oh no.
Yeah. They are carrying, your typical Hollywood movie bullpup submachine guns.
So he's escorted back, right?
Yeah.
So, and all of us see this, including Wainwright.
Yeah.
Who we've been distracting. Does she seem nervous about us noticing the guys with the huge Hollywood submachine guns?
No. She seems more She seems more alarmed by the fact that there are two huge guys with submachine guns.
So I look at her, and so doesn't that seem like a lot of firepower to you? Like a lot of unnecessary firepower?
Well, when all this, she waves her hands, sort of started happening, a bunch of the staff started getting really, really nervous about working up here, and they were afraid that someone might do something really, really dangerous with it's really dangerous up there. So the board paid for a company to provide increased security, and I haven't really interacted with them, but it made everyone feel a little safer.
Are these guys here all the time?
Well, yes.
So these guys with the big machine guns are here 24/7.
Yeah.
And
Like
none of
during
these
the
guys.
attack last night.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going. So none of these guys with big machine guns heard anything happen last night.
Well, they I don't know. You have to ask them.
Ma'am, also, do you happen to know which company they work for?
It's called Breckenridge.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Well, unless you guys want to go talk to the guard and see what exactly they saw last night.
Well, it might not even be the right guards. We'd have to go look at the roster, right, to see
Yeah.
who's on duty.
Shift and everything.
Exactly. How are we gonna run? Acer is a small town, right? So they get down the mountain to the radio station. It's not a big deal.
No, it's about 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Do we have time to go through the roster and try to contact these other
Actually,
guards?
One of the if you you can just go to the security center, and it happens to be one of the people that is now shadowing you for some weird reason.
With the big gun?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they're not like at low ready to take you down, but they are armed.
Hi, nice gun.
Yeah, well, the folks here, they paid for very visible security, so.
I understand you were on duty last night when that poor guy got his arm ripped off.
Yeah, it's a real shame.
Well, do you happen to know what happened? Because we heard that the cameras went out again when it happened. I was hoping you might know something and could tell us something more.
Well, we offered to go out and check to see what was going on, but the security chief said he'd look into it and not to worry about it. And he's the guy that writes the checks, right?
That's true. So wait a minute, Acer, the security chief and these guys all work for the same security company, right?
No, the security chief is an officer of Holstein. These guys are contractors.
Got it. Okay, got it. But they acquiesce to the security chief because technically he's their boss.
Yeah,
so to speak. Okay.
He's the client.
Right. So, this seems. Does my human int tell me anything obvious without rolling? My human int's a 60.
Yeah, human will tell you that these guys don't care about him. They were like, we'll check it out, and he said, no, just stay there. And so
they're like, I don't care. I get paid either way.
Yeah, screw him.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. Can you think of something else to ask these guys that would be leaving?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I think whatever. Well, okay. This is off to the side with the three of us. So whatever's happens. It's preceded by the radio interference, and do we all agree that it's happening up here at the mine?
Yes.
But the question is it just like a bell that says something is going to happen, or does someone make it happen? That's the thing that I haven't figured out yet. Because even if we get the equipment, right, we can, well, I guess that helps, right? If we get the equipment to triangulate the position, we at least know where it's coming from. And maybe it's like a doorway or something. That's my guess.
Well, and what happens when it counts down too far because it's happening more frequently, not less frequently. So we
Right.
really do need to figure out
Where?
if this thing has a source.
Right. And this Acer, this is the first killing, right, that has happened since these incidents have happened.
Yes.
Well, I'm at least the first human killing. I'm willing to say that those bears and whatnot that got disappeared were probably this thing as well.
Oh, good point. All right. I can't think of anything else. I'm actually very anxious to get to the radio station to get the equipment from the radio guys.
Sure.
Right. So,
I do have a question. If I could look up something like on my phone when we're on the way to the radio station.
Yep.
I don't trust, for various reasons, I don't trust the men with big guns. Is it possible to look into like exactly who they are? Like, what is this Breckenridge Security? Or if I know anything about it off the top of my head, sorry.
Breckenridge Security is a very well-known private security firm. It is headed by a former general, and is actually contracted to provide security for a number of very high-value installations, including U.S. Government facilities around the world.
Okay.
So as you proceed down the hill, you notice that it is the clock is striking noon down in the town, and elsewhere in the valley, the two game wardens, Lauren Jacobs and Vince Gray, are getting out of their Jeep and heading into the woods. And we will call it a night for now.
I was just about to ask that. It is 1:30 a.m. over here, so
yeah, I'm worried for you, Tom.
Yeah, so
I work third shift, but I do have to be up early tomorrow. So
yeah, so we will return to this story, and hopefully you all will figure it out in time to save, well, someone.
Toss up.
So that has been Delta Green. Around the table, we've had Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom. I was playing Tatum Payton, U.S. Army captain, and you can find me on Twitter at FrichmanTom.
Bernie.
Hi, this is Bernie. I was playing Mitch Buchanan, FBI Special Agent. You can find me on Twitter at ENGRPE.
And Chris.
I'm Chris. I was playing U.S. Federal Marshal Arthur Jameson. Mixed up the two names. And Twitter handles are
and this is Acer. You can find me on Twitter at Acer_Tolentino. Thank you very much for listening. We hope you enjoyed, and will join us again next time. Until then, this is TRF signing off.